Yeah, when I was first in the AWA, Jesse had just come back from the Navy SEALs, and came to see me wrestle, perform in Minneapolis because his brother had been writing him letters while he was out at sea as a Navy SEAL about superstar Billy Graham. And when you get back, you've got to see this guy with the tie-dye and the 22-inch arms and all of this. And so Jesse was very excited about seeing me in person. And he actually is quoted as saying that he went to the matches and said, "Give me the best ticket you have left in the house." And the lady says, "Well, you're in luck, sir. We have one ringside seat left." And he said, "I'll take it." So Jesse bought the ringside seat, saw me, and said, "That's what I want to do. I want to be a wrestler, and that's who I want to be like, superstar Billy Graham." And so Jesse started recording my interviews on the old big 8-track cassette things for the videos, not videos, but soundtrack tapes, and drive around Minneapolis listening to my promos and memorizing my promos, and started copying me to the T, and actually tracked me down in a gym downtown Minneapolis one day, and introduced himself and had his hair bleached blonde by then, and said, "I'm going to be a wrestler, and I want to be like you." I said, "Well, thanks. That's a compliment. That's a real compliment, that I've got that kind of influence on you." He said, "What do you recommend? How do I do this thing?" I said, "Well, if you don't want," I said, "this is your home." I said, "It's best to go away and learn how to be a wrestler in some other city so you can come back to your home as a polished wrestler and be successful." I said, "You don't want to go through the early stages of your career here in your hometown." And so that's what he did. I think he went to Portland and started his career in Portland. Jesse was bouncing in a nightclub, and his wife, his future wife, was a biker bar. She came in and said he had his hair bleached blonde by now, and said, "You look like superstar Billy Graham." And we do kind of have some features that we kind of look alike a little bit. And she says, "You really look like superstar Billy Graham." And he says, "Well, I should. I'm his brother." He says, "You got to be kidding. You're his brother?" And he says, "Yes." And she says, "I really like his body." and Jesse said, "Well, I like his body too. I want one just like it. I want a physique just like my brother, superstar Billy Graham." She says, "No." She says, "I really like his body. I really like his body." And so Jesse caught on, and he said, "Well, if you want his body, you got to go through me first." And so she says, "Okay." And so I was told this story later by Jessie and Terry Ventura. And so, sure enough, they have their little fling, and they fall in love, and they get married, and she eventually becomes the first lady of Minnesota. I'm very proud of him. I mean, he's such an individual, so unique, even outside of the world of wrestling, of course, being governor, and he's very different, that's for sure. But he's just a lot of fun, and it's really, really nice to have people think of your image so much that they want to copy you and be like you and look like you and aspire to perform like you and to impress them to that degree. It's very much of a compliment. A lot of fans got very jealous of Jesse and Hulk and people like that who were trying to impersonate my look, and would actually tell me so. I said, "But don't worry about it." I said, "It's a compliment. It's a compliment." I said, "To try to be like someone else." I said, "That's the way I see it. I don't see it as them stealing anything from me or taking anything from me. I see it as a compliment that I have something to give worth taking, And so that's how that happened.